Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. You are now tuning into episode 30 of the Off the Menu podcast.
Bitches. That's
30,
crazy.
30.
I am your friend, your host, Key, here with my brothers, my co-host, Moose
I always dream to square Martin.
and P, and a special guest, a very special guest, Jacob, aka Afro Fool,
Yo, what's
Utah's
good?
beloved photographer,
Oh, yeah.
freelance,
Hey.
go-getter, art exhibitor, going crazy.
Everybody get a hand. Everybody get a hand.
So happy to have you here, brother.
Going
Thank you for
crazy.
having me.
Yeah,
Hell
thank
yeah.
you for making time for this, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited
Yes,
for
yes,
this.
yes, yes. And as always, before I forget,
Got
we
the
got
ray gun.
IT technical support in the back. Sifu Ying and Tay going crazy.
Damn, we got all the sounds.
All crazy. You got all the sounds.
He likes to use them all too, so
Bro, I love
just
them.
be prepared.
This
yeah.
shit is so fun, bro. I love it all. Jacob, brother, welcome.
Thank you.
How
bro.
are you?
Hell yeah. Good. It's
Good.
been a pretty busy week, and it's only Tuesday so far.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh.
for sure, bro.
I would like to say it's a
Good,
pretty
good.
busy month for you, no? Oh, last month was pretty busy, no?
Yeah, September. Yeah, I would say yeah.
Actually, this year I feel like it's been.
Yeah,
pretty
you've
busy
been
for
going
you.
pretty crazy. Here's the thing, though, you guys. Busy is good.
busy is
Busy
good.
is
yeah.
good.
It's
Busy is
good.
good. Keep
Bu-
yourself
good.
busy.
Busy
Make sure it's
day,
productive.
Yeah,
busy
for sure.
mind.
Busy mind.
There
always.
we go. Yeah.
For sure, brother. For sure.
So I mean, like, where do we start, Jacob?
Yeah.
Afro Foo. You, of course, once again, I know the typical like, who are you and what do you do, right? Just a small summary of like, where are you from, and
Just for the fools
Yeah.
who live under a rock, because Afro Fu goes crazy. If
Yeah.
you don't know Afro Fu, please go follow him on IG
Hell yeah.
because he is Utah's best.
The
We say
infamous.
that. Going crazy.
I go by Afro Fu. But my real name is Hakovo,
Okay.
which I just tell people to say Jacob, just because the O I feel like
Jacobo, how they say that?
Yeah, Hakovo.
It's
Yeah.
Hakobo.
Hakobo.
Okay.
Confuses people.
That sounds
but yeah,
tight, bro. That sounds Japanese.
It's very I'm from Honduras actually.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Ah.
I
That's
was born in
dope.
Honduras.
Oh, there we go.
I
Shout
came
out to
here when I
Honduras.
was 15.
Oh,
Um,
15?
15, yeah. I was still I lived like half my life there, I would say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was like a pretty big change once I came to the US.
Mhm.
I lived in Miami for
There we
I
go,
think
yeah.
like
Oh,
three,
shit.
4 years.
Okay.
And then after that, my mom had a friend who in Utah, and she was just like, "Oh, you guys should come here, and it's pretty nice, pretty peaceful."
Okay. Real quick,
And
did you pick up a camera while you were in the Honduras?
no, I didn't know anything about photography till I graduated out of high school. I want to say
Really?
Really?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So by age 18, I think is when I graduated. It was, I had to do a project on photography, and I mean, I didn't know I wanted to do photography, I guess you can say,
Mm-hmm.
but I was doing computer science because my dad is a big computer science guy.
Okay.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted to follow his steps and stuff, but I tried doing that stuff, and I guess I didn't really, I couldn't do it.
It's a trip for sure.
Yeah,
a lot.
I feel it's a lot. But once you get it, I feel like then it,
Yeah.
then it becomes
That first
like,
curve, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's see. So yeah, my computer science teacher, he told me to do a project on photography, and it was for Solid Community College. He told me that I had to do a project on, I think it was called doing, let's see, not goodwill, but more like,
Like service, community service.
no, it's like doing the right thing.
Ah.
What's the word for that? There's a word for that. But anyways, I had to capture like people doing the right thing in a way.
Oh, okay.
So like, someone helping someone like change their tire, or
Okay.
like doing some type of service for someone, like a community service,
Mhm.
or
Okay.
picking up trash,
Right.
something like that. So then ever since then, I did the project on that, and I presented it to like the judges at the community college and stuff. And I had like this tiny ass like camera that my teacher let me borrow because I didn't know anything about photos and stuff.
Yeah.
And then ever since then, I was like looking at everyone what they had and stuff, and I'm like, damn, everyone has like these like fancy ass cameras.
Got the Nikons, the Canons.
And I'm just like hiding that shit in
Mhm.
my pocket, like okay. And then I ended up like not moving forward with that. It was like a competition in a way.
Okay.
But then ever since then, I was like, this is kind of fun. Like I want to just like keep experimenting and stuff.
Okay.
So then high school passed, and I didn't really have a phone with the camera back then. I didn't have a phone actually until I graduated and like got myself a phone.
Mm-hmm.
But my uncle gave me an iPod Touch, and the iPod Touch back then only had a front camera.
Right.
It didn't have a back camera. So I would use that to take photos pretty much. Like I would turn it and take like the photos and stuff.
You have to work with what you got.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
mean
saying?
like it was working for me. Like and then I think one made me take myself serious after that, just playing around and stuff. Cause I would kind of make skits too. Like funny skits. They're still all the way down my Instagram somewhere.
Okay.
Like,
Damn, dig them up, guys.
They're super bad. I think the first time I took myself like serious, I went to a J. Cole concert at Complex back in 2016, I think.
Forest Hills Drives one?
Yeah.
So like 2015.
2014.
14.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I took some photos on my iPod Touch, and then I posted on Twitter, and I was like, hell yeah, I got 5 likes on this. Like, this feels
crazy.
nice.
Win is a win, man.
Yeah.
So then, like, after that, I was like, okay, I think taking, like, concert photography is kind of fun. So then 2015 came, and Kanye had announced a festival that he was being part of back in Arizona.
Oh, shit.
And I talked to my friend. I was like, yeah, we should go see Kanye. Because I was trying to see Kanye back in 2013 when he did the Yeezus tour.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was supposed to come here, and then he canceled.
Right.
So then 2015 came, festival, and I was like, if I'm going to go to Arizona, I feel like I need to like try to take photos of this like somehow. So then I asked my homies and who had a camera if she can let me borrow one. And then I took that camera to Arizona, and I had to like sneak it in my pants because it was like
no cameras, no phones.
Yeah, none of that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit. Right. Mm-hmm.
And I was like shaking when they were like kind of like, you know,
they're patting you down and shit.
stuff.
Yeah.
But and they asked me, it's like, how come you're shaking? I'm like, oh, it's because I'm so nervous because I want to see Kanye. But
It's
then
valid.
In reality, I was like, if they find this camera, they're gonna take it from me. And then like
you gotta tell your homie something. Yeah.
But so then that happened, and then the moment I was in, I went to the bathroom. I took the camera out of my pants, and I was like, oh shit, like I'm in. And I also didn't have like a super crazy camera, but it was like a camera that I feel like would do the job and stuff.
Right.
So then I made sure I went in like the middle of the concert, and then that day was kind of like scary in a way because there was like a red moon going on or something.
Oh, really?
Oh, shit.
Like
Really?
an eclipse or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, like this is kind of spooky. Like I want to see Kanye and stuff. And then ever since that day, like I somehow was able to get like these crazy ass photos of Kanye.
That's crazy. I actually remember these pictures.
Yeah.
You were selling them on the booth to the left of me at $1 in a dream.
Yeah.
I believe
remember
Tay
that.
actually bought a picture from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it the Tyler one?
Yep.
I think it was the Tyler ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Oh, I have that picture too.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of your pictures actually.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much like, that same night I saw Travis Scott for the first time.
Sick.
He barely dropped Rodeo,
Yep.
I think
There we
it
go.
was.
Mhm.
And that night I went home. I was like, oh shit, like these photos are actually like something, I think.
Yeah.
And then I uploaded them, and then like a day later, I see that Travis had posted one of my photos.
Wow.
Get out of here.
That's-
But
Damn.
this was, I mean, like back then was like he was pretty big.
Yeah.
It was Twitter though, right? That he reposted, or was it Instagram?
No, it was his
was
Instagram.
Instagram,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
So he saved your picture and then he posted
and then
it.
he posted it, and
Still going crazy, bro. That's
but
dope.
then to me it was like, oh damn, like I wasn't thinking about like whether he gave me credit or not. It was
It was just
like,
the fact that
yeah.
yeah,
he used your
It
shit,
made
yeah.
it somewhere. Yeah.
like he somehow saw it, and,
Right.
And then that same week, their label Def Jam Records posted a Kanye photo and gave me credit.
Wow.
So then I was like, okay, this is kind of
Damn.
sick. Like
That's
it
That's
it
so
was only
fire.
like
That's
my
fucking
first
crazy.
year, I guess, picking up a camera. So I was like, I'm gonna see what's up. Like I'm gonna take myself serious with this and just kind of like see where I go
And
from it and stuff.
were they raw photos, or did you edit them and like did you learn how to edit yourself and like? did you,
No, I would edit like on my phone. Like
Oh, really?
it wasn't like I
nothing
would just
crazy,
stick
just
to-
whatever you had.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't like too crazy of editing. Plus,
Uh-huh.
it wasn't like a crazy camera and stuff.
Right.
No AI shit, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I don't know. Ever since that year,
That was the moment.
that was like the moment of like
It's like,
me saying
okay.
like,
It was
we
like,
got
fuck,
this
I can
shit.
actually do this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
huh?
That's
can
crazy though.
just,
Your
like-
first year of shooting, and then you
Boom.
get your idols pretty much reposting your shit and giving you credit for it.
Which I was
Wow.
just like, that's what, like I said, that's what made myself like take
Mhm.
myself serious. I was like,
It's a sign to go do shit.
yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
And go try
You never,
shit.
yeah, that's the thing. It's like you never really know till you just try, dude.
Bro.
Yeah.
And you took that risk. You
Bro.
brought a camera that you didn't own
Oh.
into the into the show.
Yeah.
Got patted down, nervous as fuck.
Ooh.
You made it through miraculously, going crazy.
And one thing leads to another, and then
Yeah.
And
you
then
know
so
what I'm
you put
saying?
yourself in those situations.
Take those
Yeah.
risks,
Yeah.
you guys.
I'm
take
about
those
to
fucking risks.
hit, I think 8 years now doing
Yeah.
photos.
That's nuts.
Yeah, you've been going crazy too, bro. You've been super
Then-
busy. We see you super active.
Dude, it's super. Yeah,
active.
so
Good
I'm
for
so
you,
happy
brother,
to
for
see.
sure.
Hell yeah, dude.
I was just.
It's been a fun journey for sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I want to go back to some because I swear we went to the same high school.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
went to Copper Hills, right?
Yep,
yeah,
that's
you
right.
were in
I
the
was like-
basketball team, right?
No, damn, yo, give me my flowers right now.
He balling
He
real
was a
life.
hooper.
Remember
I
that?
know,
Who's the
yeah.
hooper?
No, I was nerdy
No.
in high school, bro.
No, me
He was a
too,
he was a
dude.
b-boy.
I was a b-boy, but I was also a hardcore
No,
nerd.
okay,
Yeah.
you used to dance, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
then yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. But notice, say I'm from the basketball team, guys. Fucking represent JV basketball team.
JV.
Damn, now that you're saying about high school shit, I used to play soccer, but I never made the team. On that.
No?
Yeah, the Copper Hills had a really good team, and I always tried to make the team, never did.
That might be a blessing in disguise because
Yeah, for
those
sure.
guys are crazy. Like our soccer team growing up in high school, they were doing I can't say it on the pod because these guys knows what they did.
Are they doing windmills and shit?
No, bro. Well, okay, can I say it?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so they would go to like these girls. If any of the guys got like denied by a girl in the soccer team, they would go and vandalize the house, like peeing on doorknobs. One of my homies. I'm not gonna say your name.
That's some petty ass shit.
I think I remember one of them got in trouble for that. Yeah. I think I
One of
know.
them peed on a doorknob. They did get in trouble by that. That's right. And then another. I don't know if this is a myth, but this was like throughout the high school. But one of my homies allegedly
Allegedly.
took
There
a
you go.
shit on a
Conspiracy.
girl's car.
Oh hell no!
That's crazy.
So you
bro.
might have dodged a bullet there. So you might be good.
That's fucking crazy.
What the fuck's wrong with y'all,
Their
man?
excuse was I was too slow because of my hair.
Your hair?
Yeah.
Your hair?
Because I had a big ass afro. I had
You-
a big
okay.
ass
You had a
afro.
big afro in high school.
Yeah,
Hell
but
yeah.
no, I just sucked at soccer.
It's okay. It's okay.
So you said you didn't pick up a camera until after,
Yeah, pretty much.
but you had that one project.
I
Probably
had I
that
had
senior year.
and that was like the fourth quarter of after almost graduating. So
Okay.
it was like the last months of high school.
So like before all of this, I might Nardwar your ass, right? Like before all of this, you said you went to Miami. How old were you when you were in Miami? You said 15?
No, I think I was like 11 or 12.
11.
Okay.
And then 3 years later, you're about 15, 14. You come to Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And then tell me like how it, obviously coming from a different country, how it is
Yeah.
growing up. I heard, that you went to like some summer camps and like, how was it growing up in, Miami, then coming to Utah and like the differences?
I mean, I couldn't really tell you much.
Okay.
I think my biggest thing was it was just like a different culture change for me.
For sure.
Just because back in my country, things were like much different and stuff. And
100%.
then I go to Miami, and I actually didn't know any English and stuff.
I was
Your
gonna
English
ask
is
that,
pretty
yeah.
good, bro.
So I feel like I have an accent sometimes,
Little bit,
or
you
I
know.
mispronounce certain words. and
I
stuff like
think
that.
you speak well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do speak
No,
well.
yeah.
Speak well.
You
You
do.
speak better than I do, and I've been fucking living in here my whole life.
But yeah, I mean, I think that was the hardest thing for me, and it took me I think 2 years. By the time I was in 7th grade, I think
Yeah.
that's when I would feel comfortable talking to people and stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like all my high school life, I was like a super shy kid.
Introverted.
Yeah.
Did your own thing.
Like I didn't talk to a lot of people for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, considering that you didn't know any English, I'm sure that was like hard to step out of.
That's
right?
Yeah.
that's even a
Yeah.
better story, man.
Mhm.
Oh, and just saying, like, like you came from a country, didn't speak a lick of English, came to Miami, didn't know what you wanted to do. Once again, nobody really knows when they're
Yeah.
that age. You come to Utah, and teachers just kind of hey, you should try, doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck it, I might as well, right?
I think like one of my biggest motivations was just like I think like my mom came with my 2 baby sisters to this country, and
Mhm.
like
Mm-hmm.
she used to work like at a Polo Burger, and we used to live in like a 1-bedroom apartment and stuff. And to me, it was just like I always wanted to make sure that her like sacrifices were like worth it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
I like always did good in school. Like I didn't go to college or anything like that, but like I did good in school, and I always made sure like I was out of trouble and stuff, because
Right.
that was like the one thing my mom would always tell me, like,
Yeah.
you just got to make sure.
And I know she appreciates it.
Like,
you
let's
know,
not
I
fuck
know
up this
she-
opportunity
yeah,
type of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like, not in a bad way, but like,
No, yeah.
yeah.
No,
like,
shout
we-
out
yeah.
mom for that, man, for sure.
Yeah.
like
for
her
sure.
sacrifice was her bringing me here for a better future. type shit.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Hell yeah.
I mean, I guess that was just like my motivation to, I guess, push myself to hopefully,
Of course.
become something from it.
Yeah.
And what I like about that the most is because there's so many things that you could have gotten yourself into to make bread and provide and show your mom that you're doing good. And obviously it could have been very negative and you could have gone down the wrong
Yeah.
path,
Yeah.
which you didn't.
Yeah.
So shout outs to you for that, for making it through and pushing through and
Yeah.
and really turning it into something positive for you and your family. So shout outs to
Yeah.
you for that, brother, for
Thank
sure.
you. Thank
I was
you.
gonna say, is there anything that you did prior that you possibly thought would be you? I understand. I had some homies that went to like a summer camp with your inclusion center or whatever it's called. I don't know what that is necessarily.
Oh, was it the technology?
I don't know. Inclusion center, whether it was with like JJ and Osiris and them, was it like?
Oh, yeah,
What was
yeah,
what?
okay.
What was that? Like, I don't know what that is. I don't.
Well, let's see. That was like 2013, I would say.
Uh-huh.
And that was just like one of those camps that I guess it was just to find yourself.
Really?
I think. I
Because
don't
it's like
remember
it's all races is what I'm hearing, right? It's like a bunch of people from different families, different cultures.
yeah,
type
like
of
people
thing.
that had money, people that didn't, stuff like that. And I
Uh-huh.
guess it was just they wanted to show us how we can all
Like become
become
friends
one.
and like
Yeah.
okay,
yeah.
all cultures.
I
and
don't
all
Interesting.
remember
people.
much from it, but I mean, I do remember agreeing to go.
Right. Did your mom your mom who told you, or what? Where did that
No,
come
they
from?
went to my high school
Oh, really?
and they
Okay.
gave me a talk about it.
Okay.
And I was just like, okay, yeah.
Sure. Like
You
I'll
had
go to
some
some
interest in it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And then
fuck
it's
it.
like you have to spend a whole week here. And
Okay.
Did you enjoy it
Oh
though?
shoot!
Oh yeah,
Was it
no,
cool,
yeah.
like
I
a-
feel like
Yeah.
it's one of those things that just taught you a lot of like important things about
okay.
like
Mhm.
race and like, how
Values.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
just because like I think that was the whole point of it. It's like we're all like still in high school and you don't really think about all these
Like keeping the culture alive and understanding that people
Yeah.
were raised differently, different
Yeah.
languages, different
Yeah.
foods, type of
Yeah.
thing.
That's
And just
cool.
to like clarify, it's like a summer camp or like
It sounds like.
It
like
sounds
yeah,
like
I
that.
think it was like a
I mean, he says a week, so it's not that long.
Yeah, a week. Was it a week?
I don't know.
It probably felt like more. Yeah.
Mhm.
longest week of my
So
life.
it's just funny because those are my boys that I grew up with, and you probably went them knew them before I knew them,
Yeah.
and you went to something like that, and like you guys kicked it, and you guys were cool and homies, and so like it's just
and
cool
I still
hearing.
know it for I still know like maybe like 6 of those people that I went in that camp with.
Yeah, shout outs
Uh-huh.
JJ and
Yeah.
Osiris, by the way, going
Tight,
crazy.
dude.
Hell
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
So yeah, it's just cool. They just said like you were kicking it with them at that inclusion center is what they said, So I'm just like, if that's cool to know, like it's really a small world and
Mhm.
seeing that. But That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Small Lake City, man. We all
Yeah.
met somewhere.
I was gonna. I mean, from there, I mean, I'd like to say like we'll get to back to like your work. Like, you have a lot. You have a lot on your resume, man. Honestly, 8 years, and you may not feel like it,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
we all of us are spectators, and we all agree upon like we love to see the growth and to see you win, man.
Mhm.
And what are some of your favorite projects you've done, or your favorite workers or people you've worked with?
Let's see. Lately, it's been most of my favorite work has been done for Batson.
Bro, you go
Fucking
so
spaz.
crazy. Shout out
Hugh, bro. Shout out Hugh, man. You're going dumb,
Get him,
man.
get him
Fugo-
on here.
that
Get
Fugo
him on
dummy.
this.
I would love to,
Bro,
man.
I would love to have him
I would
on.
love to have
Yeah,
Hugh.
I would love to have him on.
Hey,
He
Hugh,
goes
I know we
crazy.
hooped against each other West Valley Rec, and I was a dickhead. I apologize, man.
Yeah,
I
don't-
do.
It's just pee.
I was just hooping, man. I didn't mean
fine.
it, man. I promise you.
No, that's dope. I think you do really good work for everybody, but Batson specifically,
Oh
there's
my
like a
God.
certain look that he has that you
Yeah.
Is it
feel
his
like you
vision, and you're
capture
just
very well.
and you're
Pretty much,
putting,
yeah. It's like both of us together, but more like his direction. Of
Yeah,
everything.
no, I can
Yeah.
tell. I can tell like
That's
the way that
so
is. It's all
fire.
formatted.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
He's helped push myself to like some of my limits. I would say
For
like,
sure.
in a good creative way, like
Before,
how
let
he
me
wants.
rewind back a little bit just to kind of go back to the whole Travis Scott Kanye thing. When did you first buy your camera after you were like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
this
Yeah.
is it?
the first.
you know,
So I would
and what did you buy?
I would say 2015 is when I took those photos.
yeah.
2016, I was still trying to like figure out what I wanted to do and stuff, and I was working at Wendy's.
Oh shit.
Mm.
and and then from there I was just like, I know I need money for a camera. I didn't
Right.
really know anything about
Cameras,
still.
right?
And so then I went on KSL and I bought like I think it was like a $300 camera. It was like a Canon 3
Okay.
Ti or something.
Okay.
And then that same year, actually 2016, I found out about film and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you do a lot of that film work.
Yeah,
right? I thought
yeah.
that would have maybe been the first, like the Kodak ones and shit. Right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'd say 2016, 2017 was like peak of like when photographers like Gunnar Stahl became like
Mhm.
huge.
Right. Shout outs Gunner, by the way. That flew crazy.
He was like, he became big because he was taking pictures of like peak like Cardi, like
Mhm.
2017,
Right,
like,
right,
Lil
right.
Uzi and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
But then
Bullshit,
his thing was like people would ask him like, what kind of filter do you have? He's like, no, I take it on film.
Mhm.
And I'm like, film, like that
Yeah.
sounds like familiar. I'm like, and then I started like kind of like doing my research and stuff.
Research and everything.
And then I ended up getting like one of the cameras that I feel like he had, which was it's the Contax T2, which is like a tiny ass like point and shoot
I
film
remember
camera.
I've seen something like pictures
Okay.
of you holding
yeah,
Like a small ass
Yeah,
camera.
it's like yeah. So back then that camera cost me like $300 and it was like almost brand new.
Mm-hmm.
But now if you want to buy that camera's like almost like $1,400.
Wow.
Really?
Dang, dude.
Just because it
It's that
started.
vintage shit, huh?
No, but also like that camera's like very powerful. Like I knew what I was getting in a
Mhm.
way, and I
$300
knew what I
to
could do with
$1,400?
it.
It's crazy.
It's because like people like Kylie Jenner started posting herself
Oh,
with it.
damn,
of course.
man.
Frank Ocean had like a
Yeah,
Yeah,
Frank,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
I've
right,
seen that.
that's
I've
right.
seen that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the just market just boom boom.
That's
like,
She
dope.
Frank Ocean with that camera, actually.
Yeah.
And then film became like a peak like aesthetic. I want to say. Where
Yeah, for
everyone
sure.
wanted it.
Around that time, for sure,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
But then I then started doing film for almost 3 years.
Mhm.
I think I stopped in 2019. That's when I was kind of like getting tired of it because it was just a lot of money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a lot of work too, because you have to do some extra shit when it comes to film.
Like I wasn't developing or scanning my
Okay,
shit. I mean, I was
yeah.
scanning my stuff because
Right.
it would cost money to develop. It would cost money to scan it and stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, you would only get like 35 photos per roll and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like my shots were counted and stuff. But yeah, that contacts made me push myself to where like if I can get here, I know I can do this.
Of course.
Yeah.
So then that brings me back to like festivals. Like I would
Right.
go to a lot of festivals like back in 2016, 2017. I think the last
Easy to hide.
Yeah, they wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't be like, "Oh, this is a professional camera," because
Right,
they
right,
wouldn't
right.
really
Know what it was.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Right, right,
They were
right.
like, they were clueless about it.
Right.
And now it's like they know what
Yeah.
a point and shoot is.
Mm-hmm.
But I would go to almost every single camp vlog now.
Yeah.
I think
Ooh.
the first one I went to was 2017 to 2019. I would go to
Okay.
every single one. And then my goal would be to somehow be in the front of the rails
Uh-huh.
to make sure I can somehow take photos
Get those
of,
shots.
like
Right.
of
Mhm.
anyone that would walk in front of me and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I would pretty much do. That's why I was able to take the ASAP Rocky
Tyler.
creator
Tyler.
show. Yeah.
Well, that was
Yeah.
2019, wasn't it?
I think that was like 2017. I think.
Oh, was it 17?
Mhm.
2017 or 8 or 19. I can't remember.
Because I was there in 2019 Camp Vlog. No,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know if that was the same fit he was wearing, but yeah.
No,
that-
wait. What year was Kid Seat Ghost? 2019.
18.
That was
18 or 17.
18.
I think it was
18.
18?
18.
Yeah, 18,
Then I
yeah.
went
Yeah.
2017. That was 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
2017.
Yeah. Kitsy
Oh,
Ghost is crazy.
Yeah, I heard that one was crazy
Yeah,
too.
they're in a fucking big ass glass.
Yeah, yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
bro,
yeah. I seen the
yeah.
videos of that, bro. Barry was in that
You
bitch too.
were you
Shout out
there
Barry.
on that one too? Kitsy Ghost?
No, that was the only
Fuck.
year that I didn't go to.
And you went
Damn.
2019 after. The year after?
What was after?
It was Drake.
Oh no, I didn't go to
Ugh.
that one.
Little did we know
Well,
that was
was
gonna
that-
be the last time
Fuck.
that Kid Cudi and Ye performed together.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
mean,
the
you
very
were
last
honoring
time.
them right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I was like, okay.
Yup.
But yeah, another big thing I did was 2016 ComplexCon.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
That was
Shit.
like the first year that they did it also.
Mhm,
And
yeah.
I went there and I was like, shit, who knows what's going to happen. But I took
Right.
my phone camera.
Yeah.
And then I took a photo of Lil Yachty, like peak 2016.
Going crazy.
Shout out
Red-
Boat,
Red
man.
beats,
Yeah,
red beats and
yeah.
shit.
Red
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
listening to him a ton around those years.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
fucking
that
love
was-
Boat.
Yeah,
man.
that's when he
I
did like
know you want this for life.
Big
I-
boot.
I was able to take a photo of Murakami.
Takashi Murakami.
Sick.
Uh,
You still got that picture? I'll buy it from you.
Yeah, I still
Yeah,
have
go
that.
I think I have that picture
Yeah,
of
go
him.
crazy.
And he's wearing
That's
his hat,
crazy.
Yeah, we need that one.
I have that
Sure.
one
Yeah.
at my house.
Yeah, yeah.
Post up.
Going crazy.
And then I remember I couldn't get VIP because it was a hell expensive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that same night, Cuddy was performing.
Mhm.
He had just came out of like his little stage that he was like. Do you remember he kind of like disappeared because he was like depressed and
Yeah,
stuff?
his
Yeah,
little
he just
mental,
went
his little
mental
mental.
Yeah, yeah, and that was like
yeah.
the first performance that he was gonna do after a year or so.
Right. Yeah.
And it so happened to be with Travis Scott and Pharrell.
Right.
And then
Fuck.
like I knew that I wanted to get those photos. So it got to a moment where like I was in like behind VIP and the lights went out for like at least like 10 seconds, I want to say. And my brain just told me like just jump this fence.
Uh-huh.
And then I jumped my fence into like this pit of like people taking photos and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just
outta
like,
here.
I was just like, yeah, I belong
fucking
here. I
Christ.
need to take photos.
I said I belong
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
This is where I'm supposed to be.
You're straight going gorilla style.
No,
on a
that's
lot of
fucking
these
lit,
stories.
bro.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's some ballsy
It's-
ass shit, bro.
It's risky, man.
Instead of sneaking drugs, he sneaks cameras,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah,
cameras.
For reals.
And then yeah, I was able to get like some cool shots with like Pharrell and Cuddy and Travis and then I would post those photos and people would be like,
Same
how-
reaction?
Like yeah, it's like how do
Yeah.
you get those photos? I'm like shit, I don't know.
I can't
but,
tell you.
like, I think this is what I want to keep doing. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
build something from it. And
Yeah.
then, but yeah, I mean like concert photography was pretty much like how I started
start.
just building.
Wow.
and
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
Bro, I love, you can just tell just the determination behind pretty much every story that you've told us, the determination
yeah.
and the risk that you're taking in order to get these shots.
Like you're making
Bro
your
can get
own
shadow
chances.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
you get shadow banned, bro. Like
Shadow
that's the
banned.
craziest
That's
thing.
crazy.
You're taking hella chances, man.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people are going to do that,
Exactly.
especially to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
those shots.
Mhm.
And
And,
every
to be
photo
able,
was
and
like,
to be able to get the shots that you're getting on top of
Right.
that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like to
man.
get the shots that you're getting
Exactly.
after doing, like
Everything-
I would be scared shitless. Like
like, a lot of this stuff, I would say that I didn't think about it. It was just like I'm just gonna do it.
Instinct
I'm
type
just
Yeah,
gonna
shit.
do
no, it's
Yeah.
instinct, and you
Yeah.
always follow your gut with that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Lights
And
turn off.
like Mike
get
McHenry
out this
said,
bitch,
follow
right?
your gut, man.
It was all point and shoot stuff, so it's like I didn't even see the photo.
Right.
Right.
You didn't know if it was good or
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
until
I didn't
after.
until
yeah.
it developed, and I'd be like,
Oh,
shit!
That's probably one of the
Going
most
crazy.
rewarding things, bro,
Yeah.
because you had no idea. You being We'll find out.
Yeah.
Fucking see that bitch.
That's what made it all worth
Holy
it.
shit.
Yeah.
And did you have to teach yourself how to develop like the film?
No, developing's like more complicated because you need like a whole as like dark room,
dark
and
room
and, like,
cameras
the
and
cam-
stuff
yeah,
like that.
film.
Mhm.
But like you can get like scanners that would scan the film strips and stuff.
Ah.
So I would do that
Interesting.
to save myself money.
Yeah.
Some time because then it would
Yeah.
just put it on like a file type thing.
What's
for
that
you.
scary movie where they do have that film black room in and shit?
Dude, there was Grudge 2.
Grudge 2?
Shutter.
I think? Shutter. It was Shutter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shutter.
Shutter Island?
Yep.
Or-
Shutter.
yeah,
Some
No,
shit
just
like that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love Shutter Island though.
Okay.
Don't get me started on that one.
No, that's what when you said that, it just reminded me of that room that they're in. They're like,
there's a bunch
they
of
have like
photos.
the red
Mhm.
light
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
the chemicals and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nasty. Going crazy. Sick.
The next segment. No. Okay, so film work. So that's the progression right there. Is just easy. I wouldn't say just very undervalued cameras that you're using because of cost of pocket, right? That you're using,
Yeah.
and then understanding like, holy shit, I'm actually taking good shots, and then your skills of editing. Oh, this is looking good. Getting the film work, and then concert photography on top of that.
Right.
And then now you're stepping into a different realm, like fashion and apparel. And I've seen you do a lot of that. And I've seen you do. DOS was a big event that you did.
Yeah.
You're once again working with Bad Sons.
Mhm.
You worked with fucking Foot Locker.
You know, I didn't know about that
Yeah,
one. You got to
Salomon,
talk about that.
Salomon
Crazy.
Foot Locker.
Yeah.
My boy Elvis. Shout out Elvis. Elvis just got posted by BMW.
Yeah.
Shout out Elvis.
Going
Yes.
crazy. Shout out to
Fucking
Elvis.
bro, you're spazzing, bro. It's awesome. Like
It's been, yeah. I feel like it's all been so random too.
For real? Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You've even done some work for me, bro.
yeah,
Going crazy.
yeah. Off
That's right.
days with
Yeah.
Mario.
That's right.
Shout out Mario.
Shout outs Mario for
Yeah.
sure, and Alexis, I believe.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
shout outs
Alexis,
both of
yeah.
them. Going crazy.
So like, bro, like, how did this come? Like, obviously your work is showing how it has became, but like, how do they reach out to you? You are managing yourself. You don't have a manager. It's all solo dolo. Like, how are you doing this?
I feel like it's just me saying yes to everything.
Okay,
In a way.
every
Yeah.
opportunity, right?
of course.
Like, I recently got hit up by Hard Jewelry. And
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this
shout
is
outs
going
Hard
crazy.
Jewelry,
Shout out Hard
going
Jewelry.
crazy.
I'm
This
trying to
is
shoot with
hard.
y'all. Stop playing me.
Hire the man, man.
We're gonna get there. And like, I had a message the owner Will back in like 2019. Is when I messaged him,
And they were
that's-
not this big at that time, huh?
They were like somewhat big.
Somewhat?
Like,
Okay.
It wasn't like super, yeah. But I
Okay.
had messaged him and I was like, hey, like I'm Jacob, I'm a photographer from Utah. Like, let
Mhm.
me know if you need like a camera guy to do stuff. Like,
Right.
Mhm.
And then no answer. Like,
Gonna say.
and then he hit me up in like 2022, October of 2022.
About to be a year.
And he's like, oh,
it's been a year.
are you still down to shoot for us? And I was like, oh, I mean, it's been 4 years since I like messaged you, but I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
now more than ever, I'm
Of
more
course,
ready.
Yeah,
you're
you're
mastering,
ready.
you're mastering
Yeah.
your
He
craft.
saw the portfolio and he said,
Yeah.
"Damn, I done fucked up."
You
Let me
just
get
did
this
some shit
along."
with them the other day.
Yeah,
That's what you said. A busy week, man.
yeah. Yesterday they did like a whole ass like
Commercial type shit.
Commercial, yeah.
Wow.
For their
Yeah,
one of
it's
their
crazy.
jobs are happening. Yeah, they always go crazy with their ideas.
Bro, yeah, they
Yeah.
have some crazy ass shit, bro.
Mhm.
They go big. Yeah, they just got a big ass warehouse too.
I seen that. Yeah.
Right. I mean, even aside from like the photography, bro, your art exhibit, the exhibition with
Yeah.
with the TV,
TVs.
with the thing going,
yeah.
like
And
what
stuff.
was
Playing
like,
Super Smash Bros on some fucking
Yeah,
discolored
like-
TVs.
That's the way to do it, man. Hell yeah.
I want to know the idea of that,
Mhm.
like, and how that came about because, bro, that shit goes hard,
It's
so hard.
It's a lot of fun for sure, but it's a lot of work.
Word,
I
bro.
bet.
Them heavy ass
I
TVs, bro.
Yeah, that-
And he's carrying them one by one type shit.
my bag is gonna fucking talk to me in a
You
couple
fucking
years.
40. He's like, fuck.
It's like those
Um,
damn TVs.
So pretty much with that, I always wanted to learn how to DJ and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I never got myself into it.
Right.
But then I started getting into visuals,
Yes.
and
For
things
shit
like
like,
that.
Oh, so fire.
And I knew that visuals can really go with a lot of things that I do, and I
Yeah.
could potentially get like to do all these things because visuals just work with everything.
Your
you know?
aesthetic with it too,
Yeah,
bro, is
for
so
sure,
crazy.
for
bro.
like
sure.
yeah, like concerts, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So then I decided to go like the old route of like visual making, which it's called like glitch art,
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes
And-
sense. Yeah.
and it's pretty much it's just kind of like a combination of like old school TVs and
Mhm.
being able to kind of like manipulate the signals in those TVs because those TVs are so old that it's so easy to kind of just like pretty much do anything with them.
Interesting.
And so I started collecting like old school like video mixers.
Mhm.
And when you combine all these video mixers with all these cables and stuff, it
The
kind of
adapters and all of
yeah,
these
it kind of
things,
gives you
right?
all these like very disturbed like glitch
Distorted,
looking,
yeah,
distorted,
yeah.
and then ever since then I was like, okay, this because I had my one TV,
Mhm.
but then I was like, what if I just kind of like try to get like an installation going on, like
yeah.
what if I just started like stacking TVs and then playing these visuals and stuff? I was like, how long is that gonna take me? So then that was like peak 2020, I think beginning of 2020 when I was like, oh yeah, I want to start collecting TVs. But then these TVs were hard to get, like
Yeah.
Because like it's fucking 20 now. Like
yeah, it's like those
2019.
TVs are at least like 30 years old. Like
Yeah.
it's just like super old. DIs don't have them. Like
What are you doing?
really?
KSL?
I was gonna say, I was like, I thought you were just diving the bins in the DI.
I imagine.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Pretty much Facebook Market, KSL, I would just be on top of like every time a TV will come up. A lot of people wanted to start charging like 150, 80 bucks for the TVs, which made no sense because it's like, you just don't want this in your house.
right.
Yeah,
Just
like,
let me
take it from you.
Right.
They knew it was like a retro.
You're not gonna
TV.
use this shit. What the fuck are you
Yeah.
talking about?
But then
It's like it's for guys like you, man.
retro. No, I would tell him I'm like, oh, I'm big into retro gaming, like because then COVID happened and then gaming, like
course.
retro gaming,
Yeah,
became more
64
Yeah.
and all this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Collecting
People were trying to kill
became more
times
of
and shit
a
like that.
bigger thing. Yeah, people started collecting like their old like school like video games, GameCube games, all that
Nostalgic
stuff.
Right,
shit and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Which makes sense. I'm a retro gamer too, so
Mhm.
because people don't realize with those old TVs, the old game consoles look kind of amazing on
It's
them.
They
like,
look
yeah.
great. Yeah.
The pixels,
no, absolutely.
you can see pixels a lot
like
better.
perfect.
They're like
Instead of-
made
yeah.
for those TVs.
Exactly.
Right.
because
Made, yeah.
The
I remember-
VGA instead of HDMI type thing.
Exactly. I was
Yeah.
living at my aunt's house in Ogden, and she had this the fat back, big screen
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
And I put my PS2 on. I was like, this is the best I've ever seen this goddamn game.
Yeah,
It's
for
amazing.
sure.
So I totally get that.
Did your family ever have like one of those giant ass ones?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Yeah,
big
my
screen
parents had
TV.
one. Yeah, big screen. It was a big
like
box
a
one.
50,
Yeah,
60.
50, 60.
If you had
It's
one
a
of
big ass
those,
box one.
you were definitely rich for some reason. I feel like
Hey man, I wouldn't say we were rich, but my daddy worked hard
It's
for
it's the big screen TV and then the display, the
Oh, right, that's right around it. Yeah, that's right around it.
Shit
Like the
around
shelves.
it. It holds
Yeah,
your
exactly.
your DVDs,
The
your VHS, and shit.
karaoke machine,
Karaoke
fucking-
machine
yeah,
with
yeah,
the speakers,
yeah,
all,
speakers
the
right
whole
there.
setup.
With
Yeah,
the
my pops
DVD
had that.
player that had the
Yeah.
6 rotator, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Have to see-
exactly.
yeah, rotate through the bitches. Yeah.
Oh,
that
crazy.
TV never moved. That
Oh,
that
No, it
place,
stayed
man.
right
Yeah,
there.
no,
It
it
stayed
stayed.
It's
in
probably
that
still
one
there.
spot.
It stayed.
You can't move it.
my dumb ass shot it with a BB gun. My dad beat the shit out of me.
Damn, I would have beat the shit out of you too.
But I had a cover. Like I had a cover with but still, yeah, them shits.
Bro,
had
I
a-
broke our shit too. I watched Never Back Down. I got so hyped. I hit the TV, bro.
What did you do? A spinning back kick?
Bro,
What the
I
hell?
don't know, bro. I was so hyped watching Never Back
Superman
Down.
punched that bitch.
Hit that
You were
shit,
one
it's
of
just
those
down.
guys that got hyped off that. I saw that in theater with all my friends, and I was like, "This is the dumbest movie ever."
That shit was hard. Shut up,
A
Booze.
bunch of fucking. Oh
up, Booze.
yeah, I need to get better.
Sorry, you're edgy and
I'm sorry. It's like popular ass sexy dudes with a hot ass
Exactly.
girlfriend, and he's
Yeah.
like,
with the little Mustang. Yeah.
I'm
about
so-
to beat your ass.
I'm so troubled. I played football. I beat up a guy. Now I'm really good at fighting.
"Fuck that, bro. Fuck that."
Send your best foot. Give me your best 10 men.
He could handle it, maybe.
fucking
But-
Oh my
To
god.
like clear up
bro.
the big screen TV thing, it's something about like Laotian dads. They always wanted the big screen
Yeah,
TV.
Bro, it's
No
because you can
bullshit.
see the words clearly in karaoke.
And karaoke was a real thing for all of
Yeah,
every
yeah,
single one of us.
it's-
Karaoke is a
right.
huge thing, so they had the whole
100%.
setup for that.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
every
yeah.
time there was a house party, they're playing card games. They're playing card games. They're drinking alcohol. We're eating food.
Yeah, I'm going
And karaoke,
good
man.
food,
You
good
gotta
music,
have
good
that.
people. Always.
You had to have the karaoke machine when the homies are over,
Yeah.
and then I was sleeping on my mom's lap.
While she's playing cards and shit.
Exactly. She's like, "Oh,
Oh, my bad, bro. Let's get back to this.
back to the TVs." Huh?
But yeah, pretty much it took me 2 years to collect. I own like
bro.
25 of them now.
Wow.
25
Wow.
them bitches. And
Yeah.
them bitches are 50
You want some
pounds.
more?
Yeah, I'm still.
Hey, if y'all got some big ass TVs in your
TVs.
house, you're trying to get
Them
rid of,
boxy ass
please hit
ones.
up the boy.
The
20-year-olds
heavy-ass
plus.
ones.
Yeah,
Heavy
20-year-olds
ass ones.
plus.
No, for
you know?
sure. Let's try to get you plugged up with some more, bro. For sure.
I'll
We
go
need
pick them up. I got a big ass car. I'll pick them up.
Yep.
And if you're
For real.
overcharging for those fucks,
Fuck.
you motherfucker,
You're part of the problem.
Be a part of the cause and not a part of the problem.
You're a part of the problem.
Be part of the cause and not the problem, please.
You don't need the TV.
You
20
don't
bucks.
need that shit. It's just collecting dust.
We'll give you credit.
So visuals, obviously that takes away from. I mean, once again, your creative mind, you could say, right? How did you? Why? Like, how was it? Like you said, DJing once again, but now it's like, oh, I want to try something different and like photography.
I think it was like me telling myself that I can also do something else.
Yeah, no,
And-
for sure.
Don't limit
And
yourself.
yeah, it's like
Mhm.
I want to try doing something, and it's like, what if I just really try to execute properly?
The sky is the limit when it comes to creativity.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
you can only
100%.
you take it. You can take it as far as you
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
because like for example, like the first year I knew that I only had like 8 TVs, for example. But then it's like I never talked about it. I never even mentioned that I was collecting TVs.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
right.
You just
I
did
knew
that shit.
I knew that my vision was to have like a big ass installation,
Right.
and it wasn't ready with 8. Like I wanted to have at least 16 and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So then I kind of waited for like the perfect opportunity to like, how do I present
Yeah,
this?
because you just recently started coming like last year.
Yeah, it's been a year. The
Yeah.
first time I properly like introduced them was for Kill Big Block Party.
Yeah, I was there, and you were
Mhm.
doing with it was Cindy Mungan and Kuya, right? Yeah, yeah.
He asked me if I wanted to have my installation with them
him,
and
yeah.
such,
Right.
and I was just like, I think this is like the perfect time. To
Yeah. Shout out
Yeah.
Cindy one time and Akuya. That
Yeah,
boy go
Akuya, yeah.
crazy.
That's
for
tight.
Sure. Yeah.
Kuya was at what's it called, Knock 2. I was
Yeah.
at that, which was
Shout
on
out
Friday.
Stock too, bro. I did not know.
He was Thai.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
crazy.
lit,
too.
so-
That show looked crazy. Yeah,
Dude, it was
Yeah.
so lit. I wish you would have been there, man. It was,
yeah,
it'd
it
been
looked
crazy.
fun for sure.
Yeah.
But then yeah, ever since then, I just started doing these TV installations.
Yeah,
and
bro.
stuff.
And you're hauling them around everywhere. I see you
Yeah.
going to a bunch of different events. These
No,
has
are
a
fucking
underground
U-Haul and just
shits.
fucking-
yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to
recently
say, how do you
did,
get
what
them
is that?
around?
Neon Rodeo and
Yeah.
Is that what
Yeah,
it's
so
called?
yeah, I just
Mm.
barely did it for Neon Rodeo too. I only did like a couple for
Mhm.
just to have him as
Right,
background.
for like
Yeah,
visuals
yeah.
and stuff.
No, it adds to the aesthetic for that specific
Scene.
scene.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think it's cohesive.
I started
What do you think?
figuring out that like there's like a kind of like a system. Like I started doing this thing with like a camera on the TV,
Mhm.
and that
Oh yeah.
And you got people like going.
yeah,
around
that's
and shit
crazy.
like
People
that.
just be like, "Oh damn, I want to pull my phone out and record
Taking
where I'm
pictures,
at." So
yeah.
that kind of makes it so people
That shit was
start
lit.
recording themselves, and it's
Mhm.
like, "I'm here, I'm doing this."
right.
I was gonna say you just had that exhibit.
Yeah, I just
a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was called Y2 RGB. So
Yeah.
Y2
No,
for like
that's sick.
Y2K, RGB for
For
RGB
Lights.
like
yeah.
the
Right.
plugin stuff.
Is that something that you came up with, or
No,
is this a collective of some?
It was
other,
like
other
then I
people?
started like meeting all these like other artists who are also in the
Mhm.
same thing, which I
Right.
had like no idea about.
Uh-huh.
And then I had been talking to a couple of them about it, and I was just like, why not do some type of like exhibition where all they see is like TVs and visuals and
Yeah,
glitch
that's hard.
art and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
we all came up with the name and stuff, and
Right.
we're trying to do more
That shit is hard, bro.
Right.
more with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep
I
that
gotta
same
go to that
name
one,
and
bro.
stuff.
Yo,
That
I know.
sounds
I
amazing.
missed it just barely. Yeah, I know. I texted
Yeah,
you.
you-
Called
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like 10:30. It was over at 11. I was like, fuck. I don't know if I'm gonna make it in time. I called him and he was having a good time. So I was like, fuck it. I'll be.
No,
at the next
we're
one.
gonna have to pop
Yeah.
out and go check one of those
No,
out.
Yeah,
bro.
Hell
I'll
yeah,
fucking
bro.
do one
Post it.
together. Type
Oh, yeah.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
I
You gotta
I-
teach me how to put these TVs together, man.
it's a lot of work, but it's
Uh-huh.
it's fun. I mean, yeah, just when everything just it all looks finished and stuff.
Right.
It's
Mhm.
like
It's
like-
different, bro.
Ugly
Yeah.
Like no
first.
one else is doing it.
no, yeah.
right?
So that's
Yeah.
that's
So,
the one
like,
thing. I was
this
just
is
like,
this is something that you can call your own.
Yeah.
Right. Photography. Everyone does photography.
Yeah.
Right. But the way that you're going about these visuals and the TVs, like this is an Afro food thing. You
Yeah.
know, this is like straight Afro food shit. Right.
Yeah.
So,
and it
yeah.
speaks to our generation too,
It
because
does.
we
Grew up in that type of time.
Yeah, we use
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
TVs. It's awesome.
It's very
Yeah.
nostalgic.
because I could have got myself like an HD 4K panel
and just did fucking.
and just did
Yeah.
like you
Yeah,
know, but
of course.
I you know that just felt like more personal in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not forget where we came from type
It's
shit.
nostalgia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you see
you
that shit,
know?
you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I remember those.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It
And-
adds to everything
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
And then
that
I
it
started
makes
plugging
sense.
in like my Nintendo and all that stuff.
Yep, and then just letting
Mhm.
people fucking play that shit.
yeah, it's
entertainment.
like,
No,
oh
that's
damn,
lit.
like bring some memories back. So
I'll be
That's
getting
tough.
down on that one.
No,
man.
that's tough.
Yeah.
That's going crazy.
So like that's a side quest that became kind of like
Yeah.
a actual quest type thing.
yeah,
You know?
and I recently just got like a minivan too.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Going
did.
crazy.
So
Hell
that's how
yeah.
you followed your TVs
So
now.
now, yeah, now I have to stop
Soccer
begging
mommy.
my homies to freaking let me use their car.
The little
Yeah,
babies,
yeah, yeah.
your little babies, are your TVs.
Yeah.
yeah, that's dope. What's the dollar amount you spent so far on those TVs?
A lot of them were free-ish.
There we
I
go.
wouldn't say
That's
they
good.
just
Okay.
I would have to drive like hella far. Like
go
I
get
drove
it.
to
Fuck it.
like Roy once,
Ooh.
Mhm.
Yep.
an hour away here,
Yeah.
just to go get it. And then
Right.
I wouldn't say I'm that deep in it, but
A couple $100 or what? Maybe less, huh?
Yeah, maybe like 1,000 or so.
Oh,
I would
okay.
say.
We're
Yeah,
talking
with
about-
all
now the next
cables.
question.
Oh,
The next
cables, right?
question.
Because cables and shit. Yeah.
How
yeah.
much money has it made you so far? You don't have to give me a dollar,
I don't
but
know.
you made your money back
exactly.
though, right?
Yeah,
For
definitely
sure.
made my money
Yeah,
back.
there you
yeah.
go.
Good, good, good.
There you go.
It's a lot of work though.
Right.
Every time someone asks me, it's like I'm like, how many do you want though? They'll be like 12, and I'm like, oh, listen,
Oh,
well,
shit.
12 is just.
He said my
it's
back.
gonna-
He's like, how many
Already
TVs do you
got it.
actually want? Like, that's gonna cost some work.
You think about the
It's a
time
one-man
spent,
crew, yeah.
how many you freaking carry,
The
labor.
and labor, dude.
The mechanics be charging for labor, so you better be charging for labor.
I got an idea for a photo shoot I want to do with you. I gotta have to talk to
Yeah.
you about it right after this. It's gonna go.
I mean,
crazy.
speaking of that, once again, we'll circle back to like the work once again, other than your TV and your visuals. But like I said, what Foot Locker, bro, Bad Sons, fucking DOS Energy, like pretty big names, bro. Like
That shit for
how's
Felt, going crazy
Felt,
for
yeah, even
Felt, too.
Felt, bro. Like that's
Like, going
crazy.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
And I know it's because you have relations with people that kind of work with Felt too, of course, and you met them
Mhm.
personally. But like let's talk about like that work of like Foot Locker, DOS, Felt, Bad Sons. I know we spoke a little bit about Bad Sons and you have a personal relationship with him, but like how did this come about?
Let's see. For like the Foot Locker Salomon thing, I had met Brian. He's one of like the creative directors for Salomon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Shout out to
Ooh.
Brian one
And
time.
I think the first time I met him was at the International.
Oh, fuck, no
And
way.
We were both wearing the puffy felt jacket.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, oh damn.
Oh,
like,
the one with the face.
Yeah, that
Okay,
one.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
were both just wearing the same jacket, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just like kind of introduced myself to him.
Hey.
Spider-Man moment. He
Yeah.
said,
Hey, cool jacket.
And he just mentioned to me that he had just moved to Utah, and
oh shit.
and I just
No
introduced myself, and I
Uh-huh.
was like, oh, like I do photography, like
Yeah.
let me know if like
You
you,
need some
guys
work,
ever need
yeah.
some work and stuff, and
There it is, putting yourself out there again. bro.
yeah,
just
months
being in the right
months
situation.
happen, and then he's like, I think I have a job for you. He's like,
Yeah.
you think you can do it? And I was like, what is it? He's like, oh, it's for Foot Locker Salomon, and I was just like,
Whew.
oh, shit.
Say less.
So he was owner of Salomon, or he's like a co-owner? Or what
No,
is
he has like a lot of direction from it. That like they'll
Okay.
trust a lot of like
Okay,
his
type shit.
saying
He's
and
just a
stuff.
bigger
That's
kind of
dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then
Mhm.
he just asked me if I wanted to, and I was just like, yeah, like
Fuck
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
dude.
say no, like. And then that whole shoot took like a whole day of execution. I would say.
Bro,
Yeah.
the look, the vision that you did with the Elvis and I don't know the other girl's name.
Yeah,
but
Darla, yeah.
Darla, like it was beautiful. Like you got good shots of them, but like the
The main
attention to
focus, like,
detail, the shoes. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. When you got the visuals of the shoes and the fits they're wearing, like
Mhm.
oh, in the environment they were in,
mhm.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. It was like a whole like overthinking process because I was just like, I need to shoot shoes, like,
Right.
But then how do I make it?
Because you've never done that, right? You
Yeah,
never
I
actually
have
shot
never-
like
exactly, yeah.
Mhm.
So I kind of like had to match the whole like Salomon aesthetic
Uh-huh.
with the
Wow.
Foot Locker aesthetic.
While incorporating the models as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then kind
right.
of giving my like own unique.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah,
look
no,
and
for
stuff.
sure. That was a challenge. I'm sure.
Damn. So met bro at International, just a fucking random bar.
Mhm.
That's
Pretty-
so
yeah,
That's
pretty
wild.
much.
like you know what I mean. That's
This-
so crazy. Just
it's
fucking
great
go
timing.
out, go do some shit, go meet some people. God damn it.
For reals, man.
And then with Batson, it was pretty much
Yeah. How did you meet?
he had
Like,
messaged me in almost end of 2018.
Ooh, like early on and that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to
early
do
on.
his first
Yeah.
lookbook. He's like, I seen
Mm.
your work on Twitter. He's like, do you know how to do studio photos? Like, I want to do my first lookbook.
Ooh.
And I was just like, oh, what's up? I'm Jacob. Like, nice to meet you. Like, I'd
Uh-huh.
love to do a lookbook
Yeah.
for your brand. And he had not shown me anything.
Yeah. So he's like,
and,
fuck.
And then, yeah. And then ever since then, he liked the first lookbook. And
He's been
then
going to you ever since.
It just it
Oh
just
my
became
God,
like
that-
Bro, that boy
Created
go
the
crazy
relationship,
on
yeah.
his
Yeah.
jackets, bro. Shout out
Hugh,
to
I'm trying to do a
Batson,
shoot with y'all
man.
too. Bat Sons, holler at me,
man.
please.
All
he's
his
so ahead of
Yeah,
like,
Bro,
he's
he's
ahead of it,
bro, he's
bro.
so like on point, bro.
that
Like
fool go
creative-
crazy,
Yeah.
for sure.
Also, yeah, we want you on an episode, so I hope you're watching.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit's nasty.
That's crazy. Even like, and then getting connected with Frank Jackson, which
Mhm.
is bad. Like Frank Jackson did a shoot with Bad Sons.
Yeah, I think that was like the 4th look we had done.
Frank Jackson, just so you guys
Mhm.
know, he was an ex NBA player. He played
Mm.
at Lone Peak High School. He was one of the best basketball players to come out of this state.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Hey, tight.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, that was like a nervous moment too because I was like, oh shit, like
Yeah, this is a big deal.
yeah.
Mm.
But it was all fun. Like we
No,
all
yeah,
had
and
fun.
Elvis was in that shoot too.
Yeah, Elvis was on
I
it
went-
too.
I
Yeah,
went
I think I
crazy,
did like
man.
3 Batson shoots with Elvis.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then ever since then, yeah,
It's just- you
everything's-
built that
It's
relationship.
been more like
He trusts you to
we
just
try to
handle
go
it.
crazier each time.
No,
with the
yeah.
lookbooks and
The last
stuff.
look
No, you
was
guys
crazy.
do go crazy, man.
That little
You guys
little
do.
wall you guys built with his logo and then the
Yeah.
light, like that shit was
Mhm,
fire.
mhm.
And the models were great.
Yeah,
The visuals and like how they were, how you would do
the
that.
whole
and then-
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
We-
and then editing people out of the pictures to show
Yeah,
like the
to
actual
show, like,
the,
the whole,
utility of the clothes and like the
Mhm.
actual look of how it
Mhm.
looked. Bro, so fire.
Yeah, the creativity, I'm sure, is a mix of both your clients and then of you. But bro, like the creative process behind it meshes all really well,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
But what is the creative process, for example, with you and Bad Son? Where how are you guys coming up with these different shots that you guys are getting?
mainly it's just like attention of detail.
Mhm.
I would say like he likes to show detail of the clothes that he makes and
Yes,
stuff.
yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Well, it's
And
very
it's, it's just like how do we show that in like a creative way and stuff? Because
Mhm.
we used to do a lot of like white backdrop
White background
shoots, yeah,
just the
just to
clothes.
Show
let the
clothes, yeah.
clothes speak for itself
Sick,
in a way.
yeah.
But then
Mhm.
like I like started telling him like we should do like more outside stuff. So then we
Mhm.
did one outside, and that was just like way too much work.
Mhm.
Where I also wasn't fully ready.
Right.
right.
And then after that, we went back to like a red backdrop.
Mhm.
And then after that, we kind of like sat down and just talked more about like
The
how
vision.
to properly, like
Yeah.
execute like a good, different type of
Yeah.
like,
So just trying different things out,
Yeah.
seeing what worked.
yeah.
Yeah.
One thing
would
I
say,
like-
Trial and error, yeah.
One thing I like about when I did work with you is you listen very well to at least the vision of your clients, me
Yeah.
myself included, of the shots that I wanted you to get and the
Mhm.
look that I wanted to get. And the
Mhm.
way that you executed it was like almost perfect to some of the shots that I sent to you as examples.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So
Mhm.
that's one thing that I think working with Afro is
Yeah.
you'll definitely get someone that will hear you out and listen and
Yeah.
try to go that
I
whole
was
way
gonna say,
for
yeah.
you. You
And
know?
on top of that, he's a great director. I mean, I've done a shoot with
Yeah.
him before, and like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And Jacob would just be
Right.
like, "All right, you need to sit like this. Put your hand here.
Yeah.
Look like this."
Mhm.
And like it's just it's very comfortable. It's
Right.
very easy.
And it shows in
Yeah.
the work too. People
Yeah.
keep coming back to you and hitting you up. So I like, bro, keep that shit up, bro. Let the record reflect. Don't let no one else tell you different. Like,
Because
you-
it's
you're going
so
crazy.
hard to find, especially like working with different photographers sometimes.
yeah.
Like
Mhm.
you'll get some shots, you're in the moment, you're doing your thing, and then
just
when you
won't
get
see
them
the
back,
same thing. Yeah.
it's like this is nothing exactly what I asked
Right,
for.
yeah,
yeah.
or what I was
Yeah.
looking for, or what I
Exactly.
looked at. Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
right, right. And I think you do that very well. And I think it comes down to you really attentively listening to what your clients' needs are
Yeah.
and then going out of your way to make sure that those needs are met.
A lot,
Yeah.
a lot of it was for sure just trial and error.
Of course.
Like,
100%, yeah.
Keep
100.
doing different things. Keep just really try to understand. Because like I went from like doing like concert photography to then actually doing like lookbooks and like paying attention to details to like
Yeah.
how to showcase like a piece of clothing brand and stuff.
Right.
And,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
But that's what you get when you're paying for Afro Food is you're getting the experience of someone who knows the shots,
Mhm.
you know, that
Mhm.
knows the vision
Right.
Yeah.
or has a good idea of it at least and you
Yeah.
know how to execute it.
I
in
always
the
try
right
to be
way.
like different for sure.
Of
Yeah.
course,
absolutely.
definitely, bro.
So, yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, a lot of people give you your flowers. You may not know, but like other photographers, like Brian Chow is a really good friend of ours now, and he definitely gives you your
shout out
flowers.
to Brian one
Shout out
time.
Like
too,
he
bro.
thinks
Crazy.
you're one of the best that has come out of this state. Like honestly, he says that genuinely coming from his side, where he thinks
So-
he does really good work, and I think he does too.
Yeah.
But he says like
Mhm.
Jacob's like one of those guys that like he's on point.
No,
And,
for
I'm sad
sure.
every time he's on the show. I'm not here.
Well, let's talk about one last event, of course. DOS Energy. How did you get connected to that?
Let's see. With DAWs, the first time I did something for them was the TV installation.
Yeah.
Oh, you did a TV installation for
Yeah,
DOS?
that was
I had no idea.
2022.
Last
I
year.
think.
Oh, last year, huh?
I think it was last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
last year,
Last
yeah.
year.
Okay.
And then with that, it's just they messaged me and they just saw that I was doing TVs and stuff, and
Right.
they thought it was a good idea to maybe like have him like their private rooms and stuff.
Oh, and then do a private
sick.
photo shoot.
Because
for
again,
people
it
that paid
adds to
for
their
it.
aesthetic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just
In the
like
scene.
more. They let me set them up in their VIP section.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There
and
we
it
go.
was just kind of like to see how people would react
And
to
the
it
kind of crowd,
stuff.
and was it pretty busy for you? Did you get a lot of photo shoots? Did you get a lot of people? Or
a lot of
was
people
it-
were like, yeah, it was just they'll walk and they'll be like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
It's dope.
it was
Yeah.
it was like a good experience. I would say it was
Yeah.
a lot of work for sure because
There we go.
I had like almost 19 TVs.
Wow.
Ooh, you brought the
Getting
whole load. You brought all the kids.
all out there,
Everything.
too.
Yeah,
He brought all
And
the
yeah,
kids.
it was like multiple
Yeah.
trips too. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
obviously I didn't have a minivan or anything, and I didn't rent a U-Haul.
2 TVs at a time.
And
Three
to,
cars.
That's
like-
heavy too, man. Damn.
yeah, I was saying to
I had
interject
all
now.
my homies help me out.
You
Yeah.
you recently stopped working a 9 to 5 because of this shit, right? Like because of your work, but you've stopped working a 9 to 5.
pretty
and I saw
much.
you. I saw you talk about that like last year. Like I'm not gonna work a 9 to 5 anymore, and then you
Yeah.
just cut that bitch off, and you've been doing.
Yeah,
this
which was
now.
it was like
The
one of
dream.
the scariest things I've ever done in my
Yeah.
life. For
Mhm.
Of
sure.
course. for sure.
I
There it is
hit
again, taking
Just
risks.
yeah, just
I
There
hit
it
2
is.
years now. Yeah,
2 years.
2 years of
get
just
paid,
freelancing.
and you'd say that it's rewarded you then, and you're a lot happier,
Mhm.
and it's a
Yeah,
lot more.
I'm definitely more happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the beginning was like
Of
super
course.
nervous because
course.
it's like I don't know how this is gonna work out. Like
Of
my
course.
goal was to always just pay for rent. Like if
Yeah.
I can
J-
make
yeah, let me just
rent-
make sure I can get a roof over my head, get some food. Yeah,
yeah, if I
100%.
can pay my bills, I don't really need to travel. I don't really need clothes.
Yeah.
I just gotta make sure like, cause like I was working 12-hour shifts for this
Man.
pharmaceutical company,
Oh,
Monday to Thursday.
right. Okay.
so it was
4
from
12s.
like 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Ooh.
Wow.
and I was just doing nothing that was benefiting me, like my creative ways of
Yeah,
doing anything.
just feeling stuck. And
Totally
then, and then you get
understand,
home,
yeah.
and then you don't want to do shit because
And
you just
you-
worked
yeah.
12 hours. Bro.
I was like
yeah.
brain dead
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
day.
Right.
Fuck
It was
that.
just doing the same shit over and over.
Yeah.
And then I got to the point where I started working there in 2019 and then I quit in 2022.
There we go.
So
Yeah.
it was like 4 years, I think, 4
That's-
years of doing that same job. But at the same time,
For
I was
reals,
still
man.
doing.
Shout outs to you for that's
Man.
a big
Photos
thing, bro.
and
That's a big
stuff.
move. You weren't.
That's
going
huge.
crazy.
And like
Yeah.
we've been talking about a lot of people that you've worked with and the big names and the work that you've done, but like let's talk about some solo work. Like you're like, of course you did your TVs and things of that nature, but like solo work, there's a thing you do Valentine's photos,
Mhm.
And you're
you guys
doing
got-
them right
yeah,
now.
them
No,
shit's
yeah,
been pop-
someone.
just to
them
get
shit's
them
been
done.
popping off, bro.
Yeah.
Like you've been doing that for how long? It's been like 5 years almost. No.
I think I started in 2019.
Okay, that's the first ones I did with
Uh-huh.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
2019, I think, yeah. And
Mhm.
that was just like one of those things that I just saw someone else do, and I
Right.
knew that no one else was doing it in
Here.
Utah.
Right.
Yeah,
So it's like, what's stopping me from just like
Trying it.
executing
but
it
creating
here?
it your own way,
Yeah,
and having
yeah.
your own
Like
things.
properly doing
It's
it too, yeah. Because
100%,
I've seen
yeah.
other people try to do it, and it's
Yeah.
like, but if you come to me though, you would get this out of it.
But it's
Like,
crazy because
yeah.
like it just reminds me of those 2000s photos that you
Yeah.
would take with
It
your
looks
family.
exactly
And you take
like
your family
that.
with those backgrounds, but like
Yeah.
your editing skills and the backgrounds that you have, like it
Mhm.
just so crazy.
And that's like
So
the whole
funny.
point of those
Yeah.
type of photos. It's like very nostalgic. Like
Mhm.
Mhm.
I tell people, it's like I want you to look at these photos in like 5-10 years and be
Yeah.
like, oh
Like-
yeah,
Like
this-
hand on your girl's hip.
Little
Smooch behind her,
Yeah.
hand on your
The
girl's
prom photo.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
if you did it like in 2000, you are doing it now 20
Yeah.
years later. Or whatever,
Right.
and
Yeah.
it's gonna feel the
Mhm.
same way in 2040 when you see
Yeah.
them.
No, bro, I
Yeah.
think you execute that very well, and it's something that you do annually.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
every year now, bro, and I feel like it gets busier and busier.
Yeah,
every-
bro.
I mean, hence
Every-
you're doing it right,
Right
now.
now.
We're-
yeah.
we're in
Someone hit me up. They were
October.
like, I know you're gonna be busy in
Yeah,
February,
you
so
said,
let's
let's
do it
just-
right now. I was
yeah.
like,
Fuck
yeah,
it, if
let's
you
do
wanna
it
take
right
time
now.
out,
That's
Yeah.
nasty. I'm gonna have to hit you up on
Yeah.
that too. This before
But
then.
it's like, yeah, February is becoming one of my busiest months
Mhm.
now.
yeah,
Where,
no,
like,
good for
Bro,
you.
that's
bro.
huge.
Good for you.
So,
Busy
like-
is good.
So solo work, Valentine's photos. what's next? What are you about to do? Like, what are the next projects you have? What are the next solo works you want to do? And what's let's entice the crowd a little bit and excite us a little bit.
Been plotting this for a couple months now, but
Oh shit, going crazy.
Ooh,
What is this?
I'm gonna open my own photography studio.
Oh, damn, son.
Give us a round of applause.
Hey guys,
Who's shooting us?
That's it.
That's you.
Wow.
That's
Real quick.
Them bitches were happy about that one, man. What the hell?
Are you in the works? How's that moving?
Yeah,
along?
so
looking
like
for you.
everything's almost done now.
Yeah.
I
Big
feel like this
things,
is like
bro.
the next step.
so it's like a little studio. Where you at? Like, where is it at?
It's
You're not-
downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna
Hell
be
yeah.
downtown, middle downtown, I would say.
And how did you
Um,
acquire this? And how did this work,
by
man?
people that believed in me.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
Please.
You got
bro.
people that love you. Don't
Tell
forget
them.
that,
Let
okay?
them know, man.
Pretty much, yeah. I got given the opportunity to,
Shout out God one time.
people that want to invest in me.
Right.
Pretty much.
That's huge.
And I just gotta show them that
Just the
I can-
relationships
I
you
can-
build, and they're just
yeah,
investing into you,
that
huh?
I can do this.
Oh, that's amazing.
Jacob, bro,
And-
you doing big things,
Man.
brother. I hope you know that,
Yeah,
brother.
that's huge.
Pretty
That's-
nervous about it, but I feel like that's like my next step now. It's like
Yeah.
That's
having my
studio.
own space where I
Right.
can now be able to execute like things easier and
100%.
be able to say yes to more things.
You got a
Yeah.
headquarters,
So-
HQ.
Yeah.
lay all
I was
this
gonna
shit
say,
down,
like,
right?
so what? With opening your own studio, and I understand it's gonna be, I wouldn't say small as of right now, but like it's gonna be, you're gonna be monotonous with who you work with. I'd assume. Is there certain work that you're looking for? Or is there certain things you're
no,
trying to
I
do?
mean, I guess I wanna do anything that will just kind of like make me money for
Of
the
course.
meantime.
Of course.
Like I want to start taking photos of pets, do pet photography.
Okay,
I just got a puppy, son. Hell yeah.
Change the game.
Harvey.
And I'm like, can I do that? Like, I can do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like it'll be
course.
something where like a
That'd
lot
be
of
lit,
people
bro.
hit me up.
Yeah.
for it.
A lot of people have pets, bro.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
It's like, what are you doing
lizards,
this
spiders,
Tuesday?
Dogs.
Valentine's photos for
With their
some
do-
pubs.
But you've done that before with
Going
cats,
crazy.
with dogs and cats in your Valentine's photos, haven't you?
Yeah, like I have my little 2 baby cats,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I love so much.
Shout outs to baby cats one time.
Yeah.
But like I want to do it to where it's like a full ass like portrait of them.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
tough.
Just-
That's some
just-
family shit. Like,
Yeah. So I want to see if I can execute that properly.
Okay.
And maybe have that become like a regular thing.
okay.
And then
Yeah.
with the studio too, is this something that's just like kind of private with your own projects, or are you going to open it up to the community?
I don't. So for now, it's just gonna be like my own space,
Uh-huh.
and if homies want to rent it out and stuff like that, like I
Yeah.
want to provide like the best prices. I just want
Oh,
like
Yeah.
just a platform for other people to
yeah,
use.
yeah,
I hear you.
in a
Yeah.
way, yeah.
That's
Love
amazing.
That. I love that.
Not like just
So we can get in. We can go throw some shit over
yeah,
there.
Stop,
do
bro.
anything.
They're supposed to wait until that shit came out, son.
Coming to you soon.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't really want to rent it to like random people and stuff.
Yeah.
like that.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, of course,
Just,
of course.
So
But we can do a live podcast in that bitch.
Going
crazy. Let's go.
Okay. I mean,
soon.
so pet photos.
I'm bringing Harv.
So like the transition once again. It's you've done concert photography, then film work, which is still in that same kind of realm.
mhm.
Then fashion apparel, looking to go into pets. Now, like, what is
Visuals.
yeah, of
Visuals.
course, visuals with
Yeah.
the TVs.
Our installation.
What is like, I don't know how to say this, but like, what is like the next thing other than the pets? Like, are you still gonna? Because you've slowed down on concert photos. I'd like to say, right? You do your own for your individual self, of course, and like if
Yeah.
people want them, you'll do that. But like, what is that next big vision that you have, like, to do in your art and your creativity?
For now, it's just to keep building up. I
Right.
would say,
Okay.
yeah,
For sure.
trying to be more stable with
Okay,
with
consistency.
the consistency of things.
Uh-huh.
Don't want to get too comfortable though. That's the
Of
thing. for
course,
me.
of course.
It's like I never got comfortable with doing this, and
Right.
that's when I
Mhm.
started doing like all these
Uh-huh.
different things,
Like
and
trying
stuff.
out different mediums,
Yeah.
doing different
Right.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right,
totally.
yeah.
I want to like start developing like I want to make my own dark room too. That's
Ooh,
it.
hell yeah.
I wanna
Fire,
do-
okay.
Have like
Going
my
crazy.
own way to like develop film.
Film.
and
There we go.
Start doing stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, for now, for this
Just
coming
keep
year,
building.
just see how the studio goes, see
working.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
how much work I can get, be able to
Okay.
say just like yes to more things,
Right.
and just keep like reasonable prices because it's
Yeah.
always like someone will hit me up and it's like you have to pay for studio, you have to pay
Yeah,
for,
and then and then you have to pay me, like
yeah, and
that's
then you have
what
to
it
pay
is.
for like all this. Like
Yeah.
they'll be like, I want to shoot like this, but it's like also you would have to invest this much because it just doesn't happen like that. Like
100%.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna be able to provide like all this like lighting equipment, space,
Yeah.
Right.
and just
And now you're just gonna be
Now you have it
an
ready
all-in-one,
unlocked, all-in-one
right?
type
You're
shit.
gonna have it all locked down.
just be
left
able to give like people better work for
Right.
sure. Yeah.
left field
No,
question:
for
would you
sure.
ever shoot sports? I know you're not a sports fan. but is that have you ever done that?
No.
Okay.
I did like a boxing match once,
Okay.
but I don't think I would be able to do sports just because I'd be like, shit, who's holding the ball? Like, am I supposed to be?
What's
catching
going
this
on?
Where am
guy
I
or-
supposed to be at? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, no,
I
I just ask because once again,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've never seen you do that, so I was just maybe that's something
Mhm.
that interested you.
To
but
go
I don't
off
know.
that question though, would you ever do film?
Film like
Oh,
Like movies.
movies.
Movies, yeah.
Ooh.
I always ask myself that. Maybe in the future.
Mhm.
I don't think my mind works like that
Oh,
right now, but
okay,
that would
okay.
be like the ultimate
like
what's next?
like
Like
the
director
ultimate
of photography.
one. Oh,
kind
that's
of
thing.
fire.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fire.
Like with the Hard Julius thing yesterday, like I wasn't doing the video, but I was capturing
Shooting the
like, the
video.
moments.
Okay, yeah.
Get you.
So
Okay.
maybe bring that into like a bigger scale or something.
Okay.
For sure.
And then I guess another thing I want to do is just have more physical work. I want to drop like maybe a book.
Oh,
When I hit like
ooh.
10 years of
Like
photos.
a lookbook of your
Shit.
photos of your
Like,
work.
Yeah.
That's
tough,
fire.
Bro. Going
more
crazy.
more
Fire.
physical work for sure.
Intimate kind of thing that
I'm
you can
putting my
share with.
pre-order right now,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want
Going
one too. For
crazy.
sure.
Yeah.
Jacob, we are about to come to our ending here, but brother, let me just say something to you real quick, just because I feel like it needs to be known. You talked a little bit about consistency, brother. Don't worry about it. Don't worry
You've been
about it.
consistent, brother.
You've been
Yeah.
consistent.
And
You've
have
been going
improved every
crazy.
time.
It's okay to take time to manage your health and
Yeah.
your own life and get stable,
Yeah.
as you said, financially and all those things. So
Yeah.
just remember, brother, you're doing a lot.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And it's good to take a step
And
back and slow down a little bit and really take it all in because
Yeah.
you're doing a lot, brother. And you let the record reflect a little bit because you're going
Yeah.
fucking
Your
absolutely
dreams are a lot
crazy.
closer than you
Crazy.
think, man. Your dreams are a lot closer than you think.
Like,
I want to ask, like, what are the biggest influences now in your life, or like what your creative process?
Definitely the homies. The homies are my
yeah,
biggest
shout out
influence.
to
Yeah.
homies one time for
It's
sure.
just like, they do cool shit. I see them do cool shit and it just gets me like motivated to keep
Yeah.
doing cool shit.
Hell
yeah.
Or just anyone that
Sure.
just likes to just do like anything that they're just, you
yeah,
know.
they want to, their dreams.
Yeah.
Wait,
course.
and before we end, we have a segment. Once again, it's called the Chef Special.
The chef special.
So what
It's
is
just some free game, bro.
just
Whatever you
like,
want to give
what
to
is
the,
your
to the
what is your
people,
chef
to our viewers.
special, brother?
Free game. To start doing it now, honestly. Like,
Go crazy on them for sure.
like don't tell yourself, like, how do I say it? Like, you will regret saying no, but at the same time, it's like if you do it and you execute properly, like at least you can say you went for
You
it,
did it.
even if it doesn't work out and stuff.
Exactly.
And like, 5 years from now, you'll be thankful.
You'll
that
be
you
proud of
started this
yourself.
shit,
100%. You
100%.
tried it, didn't work out. Cool. You try something else.
Listen to the man.
Yeah.
Listen to everyone that
Like,
comes on.
Start One
Don't be
Piece.
afraid. Like, we're all capable. Start One
bro.
Piece because it's the best story that's ever made.
Start fucking One Piece.
No, yeah, we're all capable of doing a lot, and
We
that's,
are.
that's like one of
Absolutely.
the biggest things I always
Yeah.
tell people. It's like we're all capable of doing so much with our
Yeah.
lives.
And
Yeah.
look, this is a young kid from the Honduras, spoke no English,
Man,
Yeah,
came
man.
into the States,
Miami,
went
Utah.
crazy on everybody. He learned everything from English to photography to visuals to everything. Do not limit yourself, you guys. Sky's the limits when it comes to creativity and when it comes to your own mind. You are your own enemy
Yeah.
all day with it.
Jump that fence, bro.
Jump that fucking fence.
Yeah, jump that
guys.
fucking
Jump
fence. Take that fucking
fence.
picture. Take that camera, man. Whatever
Sneak
it is.
cameras, not drugs.
Just do
Speak
the
to
damn
that
thing.
person. Tell your crush you like them.
Whatever.
Whatever it may be. You
Stop
know.
being a little freaking lover boy.
What?
motherfucker.
That's the
Damn.
truth. That's just the truth.
That's the truth. I want to hear it. I
Go
want to
talk-
see it.
Go talk to the person. You know, whatever it may be, man. Jacob, it was a pleasure,
reals.
man. You're a
Thank
great
you so
friend.
much,
brother.
man.
Thank
Thank
If
you
you
so
have
much.
anyone you want to shout out, go ahead and do it right fucking now. man.
Shout out 7 Week Money. That's the
7 Week
homies.
Money. Hey,
Yeah.
TN. Aiden, we'll have you shortly, man. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Going crazy, you
Yeah.
guys. Thank you so much, Afro Fu. Jacob, thank you for
bro.
sure,
Thank
brother.
you.
Stay solid in this shit, everybody. Going crazy for y'all.
Peace.
Be excellent, be beautiful, and be your fucking self.
Be that